Of course, as you can see, this is a graveyard, right? And I've been with the graveyard, or the graveyard has been with me since the pandemic, which is, so as you know that India was one of the worst hit places in the world, and the pandemic was sensed in especially traumatizing ways in Delhi, which is, where I belong. And in the middle of this catastrophe, which was of course a medical catastrophe, but it was also a spiritual catastrophe and a psychological catastrophe, because you couldn't say goodbye to the people that you love. People went into hospitals and then what came out was a zipped up body bag. I mean, the sense of everything being connected and isolated at the same time. There was a deep fragmentation of life, but there was also this feeling of a kind of a connection via grief and loss and mourning and suffering that one was also sensing in places that weren't necessarily geographically proximal. What I really, really love about her work is she's always saying, think, look again. And maybe if you do that, the world might appear different and more vibrant and exciting and difficult than it was before. I think it's really fascinating that Nancy Holt did not train as an artist. She trained as a biologist. So she was really aware of a cohabitation of the planet with animals, with plants, with minerals. So I think that's where her interest in light comes from. So Nancy Holt was an artist who was largely invisible in her own time. She was a female artist, and the truth is that in the 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s and 2000s, female artists were invisible compared to their male counterparts.